when you're on the streets, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. Take your heart. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. Oh, play it, Luke. Sail on, silver girl. Sail on, babe. Your time has come to shine. All of your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. If you ever need a friend, look around. I'm sailing behind like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. Yeah, yeah. Can y'all break it down? Ooh. Yes, hello, y'all, and welcome to the Sisaundra Show. Happy Tuesday. Listen, TSS Tribe, to all of my Florida residents, y'all, I hope you are preparing yourselves for this hurricane, because it is no joke. And I certainly don't want anyone to take it lightly. Y'all, before we get into today's show, I need to show some love to my band. It's your band, our band for the culture. Woo! Come on, guys. Woo! On bass, y'all, give it up for the one and only Doc Breed. Oh, yeah. On drums back there, we got the one and only John Parks holding it down. Oh, play that guitar, play, Luke. Luke is on guitar. Suck Passe all the way from Haiti. Hey, our music director, Mr. Chris Baptiste, keeping us all together. You better play, yeah. Whoa, bring it down, y'all. Woo, them boys bad. Do y'all know what time it is? Do you know what time it is? It's time for us to go into this time. Yes, y'all. Listen, there's a a lot to talk about today, and we're going to start with our governor, the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, y'all. He dishes on the hurricane recovery and he decided not to talk to Kamala Harris. So it looks like Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is playing hard to get when it comes to Vice President Kamala Harris.
Vice President?
Now listen, if y'all remember, he did this to President Biden as well. And that is not an alleged. So word on the street is he's ghosting her calls about storm recovery after Hurricane Helene tore through Florida. Sources say he thought her outreach was a little too political for his taste. For his taste. His taste. With the DeSantis aide confirming that Kamala was trying to reach out and we didn't answer. But hold up. At a press conference, DeSantis denied dodging her calls and claimed he's been chit-chatting with FEMA's director, Deanne Criswell, instead. So Hurricane Helene hit hard on September 27th, leaving the Big Bend region and several rural counties in shambles. Y'all, and over 200 lives were unfortunately lost. So with all this chaos, you'd think communication would be key, right?
Whoa.
But no. I think everybody's keeping it a little political because personally, I think he's not answering the call because she's a Democrat.
Oh, Lord.
And we cannot be playing this right now. People's lives are at stake.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So let's see how this drama unfolds. And most importantly, I just hope he has all the aid that we need here in Florida and all of our neighbors and friends so that we don't get into this political mess. Okay? Let's move on to this next story. So big ups to the Biden-Harris administration for dropping $100 million in emergency relief for North Carolina. Thank you, Jesus. After Hurricane Helene wreaked total havoc. Do y'all remember Asheville?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gone.
Disconnected.
Demolished. It's done. Bridges down. Water has made everything collapse. I don't know what city it was in, but there was a city where they actually found 200 people in the church. Yes, they had been looking for people for like ever, and they came to this church by happenstance, and there were 200 survivors in that church. They were alive, y'all.
Good.
Don't you tell me God won't protect. He is a protector. Yes, he is. So this cash, the $100 million, is going straight to repairing roads and the infrastructure, ensuring folks can get back on their feet. They're deploying troops and resources, showing they've got North Carolina's back during this tough time. Thank you so much for making sure, because we're all concerned about North Carolina, right? That was too much for anybody's soul to bear. All right, so Marjorie Taylor Greene, y'all. Marjorie Taylor Greene, girl, what are you doing? Do y'all remember Marjorie Taylor?
Doing?
Stop it! Do you remember that? You still got that. So the Congresswoman is at it again, spouting off about how the government can control the weather while Hurricane Helene is wrecking lives. She took to social media claiming, yes, they can control the weather without even saying who they are. The audacity! People are out here dealing with real disasters, and she's spreading wild conspiracy theories like it's gospel. Critics are calling her out for being irresponsible, and honestly, can we blame them? Do we blame them? Do y'all blame them? Who do you blame? Nobody's to blame, because at this point, we all need to unite. Can we just show a united front? Is that possible?
Yes.
We should, but I was going to say we can't. It's not possible.
I just want to know, is it possible? Must we remain divided because the election is around the corner, so we got to show that we're on different sides? What if we show people that we can come together when things are crazy? Oh, that's what this country is about? Oh, my God. Don't y'all get me started. I need y'all to check out what the mayor of Tampa said about Hurricane Milton that's on the way. Check this out.
If you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Wow. I mean,
That is an incredibly blunt message, and I know you have a lot of experience dealing with these storms. You don't say something like that lightly, Mayor.
I've never said that.
If you do not evacuate, she said, and I'm not extrapolating, she said you will die. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
So everyone in Tampa, get out. Please evacuate. Get out of there. For a mayor to say that, I don't think she's like saying too much. I think she's letting you know the seriousness of this catastrophic storm that is on the way. Yes. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. All right, so listen, if I can say anything to you more than what I've already said, I just love for you to make sure. Chris was saying yesterday, why are we filling our bathtubs with water? Why do people say that? So when things happen and storm water starts mixing in.
Oh, you found out? You found out what the water's for?
I already knew.
What's the water for?
But you said it. Because you can run out of water where you have clear water and you need to flush the toilet. You need to have different things, wash your hands. Anything like that. Fill up your bathtubs with water. Make sure you stop it up real good so you don't go back and it's all gone. Listen, we're going to take a short break. We'll be right back, y'all. Florida is under emergency warning. Woo! Y'all pray for us. Sisaundra Show. Thank you all so much for joining us. We have an amazing second half, and who else could do it better with us than the one and the only? Y'all put your hands together for Miss Carla Jones.
Hello, love.
Welcome again. It's always great to see you.
Thank you.
You know, I always got to tell y'all that Carla has this special fragrance that she puts on. So we know when she's here because when you walk down the hall, it's like,
it's aroma.
Carla's here. darling, you look fabulous.
Thank you.
What a time to be alive, right?
It is a time. It is a time.
So listen, y'all, it is 5 o'clock somewhere. And we are here to talk about some very interesting topics. So The autobiography or the memoir, of Lisa Marie Presley came out. And y'all, this is interesting. Lisa Marie Presley kept her son Benjamin's body on dry ice in her home for 2 months. So in her posthumous memoir, Lisa Marie Presley revealed that she kept her son's body on dry ice for 2 months after his tragic suicide in 2020. She felt no rush to bury him, saying that I think it would scare the living effing piss. That's what she said.
Okay.
Out of anybody else to have their son there like that, but not me. That is her quote. So Lisa Marie had a separate casita where she kept Benjamin, wanting to have ample time to say goodbye to him, just like she did with her father, Elvis. So Riley, her daughter, noted that they all sensed Benjamin wanted to move on and felt it was getting like really weird in the house. Ultimately, he was laid to rest at Graceland, where his grandfather was laid to rest. But the pain of loss lingered for both the mother and the daughter, with Riley stating that her mom struggled to cope with her grief.
I think it's absolutely odd, if we just be honest. However, it's very odd. But everybody has the right to grieve the way they want to grieve. I would just think for health conditions,
Do they have the right?
I guess they have the right because clearly she was able to do it and get away with it.
So let me tell you
There's
what
a
we
limit.
discovered.
Because that was my thing.
In California, there is no certain amount of time they give you to bury.
So say it
the
again.
dead.
Everybody in California has the right.
Everybody in California.
Everybody in California has a right.
Okay.
So she found this special morgue that said, we will bring your son to you. So they brought the son to her. She created a situation in the room
to be able
where
to
it was
keep
55 degrees. She had him on dry ice.
Like with his
And
body
the body
out.
was preserved. They said as long as she made sure his body was preserved, this is what I read, y'all, from the memoir, that it was okay for her to keep the body there.
Yeah, I would just say very interesting. And I'm going to keep my words very
It's interesting because you know what? If we were in California, God forbid anything happens to our children.
God forbid.
But it would be hard for me to let my children go too.
It would, but we wouldn't allow you to keep them in your house for 2 months.
I know my friends wouldn't allow me.
You get what I'm saying? Because
there's
there's just some things that I feel like go a little deeper with that level of thinking and that level of grieving, that life does come to an end. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? Like, I think it's interesting. It's a little odd. Again, for me, it goes into the health situation.
She still
even though you had your own place. Yeah. So it's kind of like that's something that she really has to deal with internally. Yes. Because again, having that body in the house, I just can't imagine the energy. No, even if you created another room that was 55 degrees and you didn't have to walk by it every day. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But that's what the daughter is saying. Yeah. So now look at your non-processing of this grief and how it is adding to other people's problems, your other children. Because that's another thing. Yes. You have more children. You have more reason to live. Yes. I just think it's very, I'm just going to keep that word. It's just very odd. It's very
hard. I'm going to say unique.
Yes.
Odd,
good
unique.
word. Good word.
And then also the way that he unalived himself.
Right.
It's not like you can reconstruct somebody's deteriorated body or destroyed body. So to have to see
and you just
like
never know what she had
state.
to. Yeah, but see, for her, maybe she had to see that in order to understand that this is really over. You see what I mean? Like it goes into so many different levels. So it's just kind of like I don't want to talk about how she did. You know what I mean? Like that, because as a mom, you don't know what you would do unless you lost a child. You see what I mean? Like you don't know.
I don't know.
However, so it was just. Unique, I'm gonna take your word. That's very unique.
Very unique, very unique. And may they both rest in peace. It reminds me of Whitney Houston and her daughter.
Ooh.
Because the daughter couldn't carry on after the mother passed away, and in this situation, she couldn't carry on after her son passed away. It's very. I don't think any parent should have to outlive their child.
Absolutely.
My goodness. Let's move on to this next story, y'all. Fulton County, a Fulton County officer by the name of Carmen Bailey has just got caught with her hand in the cookie jar. $17,000 worth of bribes. Y'all, she's facing serious charges for sneaking in pills and other goodies to inmates, all while dealing with one
of the YSL defendants.
Atlanta.
This case is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. So surveillance footage caught her red-handed. And it seems like the jig is up. The jig is up. Now she's behind bars, and honey, that's what you get from mixing work and play.
I don't even know why that was even a consideration. I mean, you work for the facility. You get what I'm saying? And when I think about stuff like this, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to think that she was that slow. So my question for real is, who set her up?
Yeah, for that.
Who was she doing this for from the inside? For the inside,
you think they forced her to do it?
I would hope so. Because to think that she got paid. Okay, you got cash apps, but the way digital world is now, cameras everywhere, cash apps can be tracked, Apple Pay can be tracked. You know this case has been viral, it's going all over the place. Yes. Why would you intentionally put yourself in a position just to drop off drugs or pills?
Maybe she was in love. Maybe she's crazy about one of the YSL.
Maybe.
Let me tell you about this movie. Have you seen the movie on Netflix called Love on the Run?
No.
So this is a true story, y'all. It ain't Friday, but I'm gonna Love on the Run. She was the director inside the prison, having been working there for 20 years, getting ready to retire. Fell in love with somebody that committed murder. Murder.
That was in her jail.
Yeah, that was in her jail. And the way they found out it was her, because you know when you take prisoners out, right? You stay behind them. She was in front of the prisoner. And then she had a burner phone and accidentally said it when they were talking. So they didn't know that all these other conversations was going on. You know what I'm saying? Until they said it on the prison phone. And then the warden went and found everything. Love on the run, child. You don't know what this girl could have been caught up in.
And that's very true because you don't know the nature of her relationship. I just really think it's just, I guess the word is sad. It's the nicest thing I can say is sad that you would be that messed up in the brain. And
it's just Atlanta.
It's too much, bro.
It's just Atlanta.
It's
always Atlanta.
A-Town. I really do. This is, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense that she would put herself in that type of position.
Well, she did.
She did. $17,000 worth.
$17,000 ain't worth going to nobody. Baby, you couldn't give me $17,000 to go for a day.
Nobody. Never.
No. Next, let's go on. Elon Musk. We talked about Tesla yesterday. Now we're going to talk about his messy chat with Tucker Carlson. So Elon Musk and Tucker had a little chit-chat that's raising eyebrows and ire. Musk joked about nobody trying to kill Kamala Harris, and folks are not amused. I ain't amused either. No. I mean, is this really the kind of humor we need from public figures with all this power, all these resources? Are y'all serious? Are you really talking about this? So with their history of controversial comments, they definitely stirred the pot on this one. People are side-eyeing them. Y'all know how we side-eye? Just like that. They are being side-eyed for their careless banter. And honestly, it's time for a little more responsibility in this conversation. Mr. Musk. Mr. Carlson.
Mr. Musk does what he does because it gets him the views. The views get him the money. Yeah. I think he's very strategic in what he does. His marketing is genius. That's just how I'm going to look at it because he knows what to do to keep people talking about him. And Carl, they're known for controversial conversations. And yes, they're a public figure. So now the question, I think it comes to us, how much are we going to allow? What can we allow? How can we stop them from saying the things?
That's the power of freedom of speech.
And so that's the thing. So is it freedom of speech?
Not for everybody.
Hey,
talking about unaliving or attempting to unalive a vice president is not something anyone should be talking about.
It should never even come up. But what I'm saying is he knows what to do to spark the conversation to keep money coming his way.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Like he knows what to do to aggravate people because we all know that any publicity is good publicity. If they're talking bad about you, as long as they are talking about you and your name is in the mouth, and because he's a public figure, he knows what to do to keep the dollars coming. So all I'm saying is, if you don't like what he's doing, then now we need to make measures. Stop watching him. Take away the views. Take away you get what I'm saying? But we just keep liking, keep clicking,
we just keep going over the X. Formerly
I'ma
known
say it.
as
Formerly
Twitter.
known as Twitter.
It
You
looks
know what
like
I'm
rich
saying?
white men can do it.
It looks
they
like-
get all the rights in this country.
It looks
supposed
like
to be for everybody.
it seemingly looks
on.
like repeatedly all of our lives.
Come on.
When I tell you, y'all got something going right
Yeah.
now.
Come on.
But it's time for us to go.
Okay.
No.
Carla, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. You are amazing. It's
Thank
a
you.
pleasure to work with you.
You are amazing.
To our viewers, we love y'all. Take care of yourselves. If you are in harm's way,
Yes,
please make sure you are following all the right things to do for the culture. Can you please?
We out of here.
Yes.
We said it. If you ain't Elon Musk, watch your mouth.
Hey.
Now scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen. Because we got so much more exclusive content for y'all right here. Only on the Sisaundra